Hello and welcome to Russ Plays Games. My name is Russ, and as you can see, I'm sitting in front of my movie corner. I have my unboxing knife, and I have in front of me the White Wizard Games, or Wise Wizard Games, Deluxe Star Realms Nova Collection. This was a Kickstarter that I backed in... trying to think of it on the way home because I just got it on my doorstep. I want to say it was 2019 or 2020. I had played Star Realms online a ton, and I absolutely loved the game. And when I found out that they were putting every single thing into this collection as foils, I was like, hell yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme. I think it was late 2019, early 2020. And then basically, because of the pandemic, because of all of those things, it has been a couple years. And what they wanted to do was they did not want to have those like foils where you buy them and they like curl. Okay? They wanted to have a high quality foil that was going to last for a long time. Now this is something that you're not going to see on shelves, on store shelves. This was specifically for backers and fans. That's it. Okay? This was not going to be mass produced. This was not going to be something that they were going to, like throw in and do a whole bunch of different things, because they wanted it to be a collector's item for the fans. They did this specifically for the fans. And so I know there was a lot of people who were expecting this, and they were like, and whenever there was a delay, whenever they were like, hey, we're still looking at foils, I was like, people, this is not going to be your typical, like, Magic the Gathering foils production here, okay? Like, they are doing high quality, and I want something that's going to be extremely high quality. I don't want something that's going to be crap. And so, I know I'm probably sounding a little bit... I know I'm probably sounding a little bit muffled, but that's because... look at this baby. Bam! There it is, the Deluxe Nova Collection of Star Realms, the entire box. And on the back here it says, this Deluxe Nova Collection features beautiful foil versions of the cards from the original Star Realms deck building game, Crisis bases and battleships, Crisis events, Crisis fleets and fortresses, Crisis heroes, Gambit set, Cosmic Gambit set, Promo Pack 1, and the promo cards from the Universal Storage Box, plus starting decks and explorers for up to 6 players. Has high quality components, including a double-sided 14 by 24 inch game board, 6 large score dials, plus plastic card dividers and foam blocks to keep your cards safe and organized. Plays classic 2-player game. Try the many multiplayer formats with up to 6 players, or take on Nemesis Beasts or Pirates of the Dark Star in solo or cooperative battles. And then it gives you a nice little preview of everything that's in the box. And yeah, I remember when I saw they got a production copy a couple months ago, 3-4 months ago. This is September as of filming this. And I believe it was back in like June or July. I think they got a production copy, and they showed like a video of what it was going to look like. And I was like, dude, I can't wait. When are you getting it here? And it's here. So, at least in the United States. I know in the rest of the world, you guys are going to be kind of eyeballing this and going, man, you suck. Well, I'm sorry. I wish that I could rush it to you, but unfortunately, it's... some of the stuff hasn't left China yet, so I can't do anything about that because I'm not part of the actual crew. Okay, I'm just a guy doing YouTube videos. But I'm going to post this on Board Game Geek and on my YouTube channel, so if you're at all interested in this game at all, then look for it there, and you'll know what you're going to get when it comes. Okay? This is definitely one that was worth backing and worth waiting for, because this is absolutely fascinating. And what's really cool is like with the Sanctuary Keepers era one that I did, it has a nice magnetic clasp here in the front, okay? And inside you can see that it has beautiful artwork, and it runs the whole length of the box. Like, it runs all around the interior, it runs all around the exterior. It is absolutely gorgeous. The first thing I'm going to show off is this. This is the actual Deluxe Nova Collection rulebook. So it has all of the rules from your basic cards through the core set, okay, all of the Crisis set, the Gambit, the Cosmic Gambit, one of the promos, and then the Universal Storage Box promos. And then it's going to give you an entire thing of the contents, and then a table of contents, which actually gives you everything that you need. And then how you're going to set up the board, how you're going to keep track of your authority, where it starts, all that good stuff, what the different play phases are. If you've actually played the entire game, this is going to be something. And then it has beautiful artwork. Look at that artwork, man. That is beautiful. And then it's going to have, you know, all of your different things, like your gambits, your events, any tokens that you might need, all that good stuff. All of your icons, reference sheets, and then the different formats, okay? And then if you're going to play solo and cooperative, it has rules for how you're going to do that, okay? And then Pirates of the Dark Star 1 to 4 player solo co-op challenge. And then this has the story behind the 4 different factions. So the Blobs, the Trade Federation, the Star Empire, and the Machine Cult. Okay, absolutely beautiful. Like, this is gorgeous. Like, this is, I mean, the box, you can't really see it that well, but like the different ships, they have like this really cool, like, a UV effect, so that it like glistens in the light when you look at it from the side. It's really cool. So it's like when the light catches it, it's like different parts of it light up. It's really neat looking. All right, getting into the components now. The game board. So this is the actual game board that you get with it. There's this side, and then there's this side. So if you don't want it as busy, you want it to still look like space, but you don't want it as busy, or if you just want it to be like, all of the ships are fighting, yeah! And so it has your place for your explorers, your trade deck and scrap heap, and then the trade row, and then this is the side that you're going to play to. And then if you're the other player, then you'll play to that side. And then same thing here. You can see where it says trade deck, scrap deck, and then the explorers. So and that's some, you can hear that. That's some thick card right there on that board. So it's going to be really nice. Here's the Nemesis foil, Nemesis Beast foil, and the Pirates of the Dark Star foil cards. So let's open these guys and show those off. Yeah, these are beautiful cards. Absolutely beautiful cards. Just gorgeous. Woo! Look at those. Oh man, yeah, they're a double-sided card, and the foily on those are just phenomenal. Man, those are beautiful looking cards, man. And you can kind of see that they have that, and these are not, I don't know that these are necessarily foily, but they are absolutely gorgeous. And so that's that card. And then this tray is felt lined, so it's really nice. I'll show that off here in a minute. Let me toss that off to the side. Here's the well, it's split open on me, but these are the actual cards, plastic cards that will hold you. So it has like personal deck 1, personal deck 2, personal deck 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the trade deck for for your trade row, and then it has explorers for the explorers, and then it has gambits, sideboard, and tokens. So yeah, and then again, the artwork on these are phenomenal. Like, and they're double-sided, which is really cool. So you can choose which side you're going to see whenever you look, and so they have beautiful artwork. And so and then the trade deck has that, and then it's double-sided. And then the explorers, it looks like the actual explorer ship, and then gambits, and then the sideboard, and then the tokens. And you can just see how beautiful the artwork is and everything. It's just gorgeous. And what's really cool is that those fit perfectly right where they're supposed to be. And then I'll pull out these. These are the authority trackers. So normally when you're playing, you have on the one side you have normal numbers. So you can kind of see where the numbers go. So normally you would go to the 5, and then you would go on the other side, and then it goes down, and you would just go to 50, and there's your authority. That's what you start with, is 50. And then on the back it has some different tracking. So if you want to use this for another side for tracking different things, you can. Or if you go above, say 99 authority on this side, you can go to this side and go to 100 and then go from there. Okay. Doubt you'll ever get there, but hey, you never know. And they have, the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. And there's actually 6 authority trackers with different images on both sides. And so you just kind of pick whichever one you want, and then you've got different artwork for each one, and so you just kind of pick which side you want. So that's really neat. I like that a lot. When I found out that they were going to have these authority trackers, I was like, damn, son, that is really cool. That is really neat. And wow, those are gorgeous foils. Oh my. Ooh, let me get into those. Okay, I'm gonna go from the normal deck all the way through, and I'm just gonna kind of show a little representative of each one as we go here, and so that way you can kind of see what they have. And if this won't open, then I will bust out the knife. But they should open. Come on, you. Come on. Arg. Don't know if it's actually gonna work or not. Alright, you. This hasn't been my first rodeo with unboxing, but this is the first most uncooperative one I've ever seen. They have so tightly packed these things that it's very difficult, and I think they did that to ensure the integrity of the cards, so that they didn't shift and ruin the finish of them. And it is recommended from Wise Wizard Games, if you bought this, it is recommended from them that you buy sleeves, especially for the foils. Yeah, you can see that. Woo! Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are... Yeah, those are definitely thicky. And they've kind of stuck together because they're a part of... Because I'm sure that they kind of stuck together a tiny bit because of the thing. But like you can see on the back of them, like they're really high quality back, and they're real thick card too. So if you're gonna buy if you bought these and you're gonna buy sleeves that are going to be similar thickness no matter what card you put them in. No matter what card you put in them. Otherwise, you're gonna know as soon as you draw whether they're the foil or whether they're not. Okay, so if you end up buying, you know, some ones for it, then you want to make sure that you're getting those. Let me just get these. Come on. There we go. I'm trying to get them all unstuck. There we go. Yeah, because you can see that they're a pretty thick card. I mean, they're pretty darn thick, but you can tell the quality of that foil. Like, it is absolutely gorgeous. And I mean, just looking at them in the light, like you can see where they really tried to get all of those, you know, things. And so that was the Scout. And so there's the Viper. And then that's the Explorer. And you can really tell, like, the amount of foil on it. Because I know that they were saying that they wanted to get the foils to be to where, you know, you could to where no matter where you held them or how you held them up, that you were going to see the foil quality of it compared to the original game themselves. They wanted to make that foil look that way. So there's the Battle Mech foil. The Battle Station foil. So if you've played this game before online, then you know what these are. You know, these are the same ones. Here's the Brain World card, and yeah, they're real thick. There's the Junkyard, the Machine Base, and then there's the other Mech World. And you can really see there's the Missile Bot. And there's the Missile Mech. Picked up that one a few times. But yeah, you can really see the foil on that. And you can see the sheen. The Patrol Mech. The Stealth Needle. And so, like, what's foil is, like the Stealth Needle itself, there's a couple of places in the background that are foil. The entire the icon and the resource cost, and then around the entire thing here is all foil. It's pretty darn cool. And then the Supply Bot. And then the Trade Bot. And then the Battle Cruiser. The Corvette. This one's always fun because it makes you draw a card, and then if you have another of this symbol on the table, it adds more to your combat score. the Dreadnought card. Hold them a little closer so you can kind of see them. But you can kind of see where all the foil is. It's really neat. I know they had some updates on their Kickstarter where they actually showed what they wanted to do with the actual card. And so there's the Fleet HQ and the Imperial the Imperial Fighter card. So yeah, now that I actually see it, I kind of see what they were going for with the foil, because they had like pink areas and white areas, and it's like you thought the pink areas were going to be, but no, it was the white areas. But maybe it was this one. Well, maybe it was that one. I don't know. It was all weird, and the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I really don't understand it. So I'll just wait till I see the actual cards, and then when they actually showed some production copy cards of it, and we're like, this is what we're doing, I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that looks really neat. And like I said, I remember some of the people going, oh, I backed this Kickstarter, and it's been so long, and I just don't know. And I'm like, dude, quantity over quality, quality over quantity. Like, they're not making a ton of these, and they are trying to get it to where, it's like people are going to want to play these cards. Like you are going to want to pull this set out at some point and play it with your friends. And you are not going to want to sit there and, like make up some, like excuse of why all of your cards are bent or nasty or what have you. You want these things to look good. You want them to be good looking the day you pull them out of the box versus the day that you 10 years from now, when you pull it out, you want them to look the same. You don't want it to look one way one day and then have it come out another day. And that's why I was willing to wait for these, because it was like, man. And so here's a Mega Mech card. So you can kind of see the foil reflection on that one. The fighter base. And yeah, I mean, the foil on these are just amazing. The Imperial Trader card. The Construction Hauler from the Federation. Trade Federation. These guys are all about getting the trade and authority. There's the trade raft. The Obliterator. One's got a neat ability. It's if an opponent has 2 or more bases in play, you gain an additional 6 combat. And it already has a 7. Holy crap, dude. And then there's the Trade World card. And then these are event cards. And so on the event cards, you can kind of see where the foil is. It's all across the top where it says event. And then the black hole is normal. But then you have all of this area is foil. So like all around this black hole is foil. And pretty much anywhere there's like around a ship or even the ship themselves. And then this portion all down here is in foil. And like the authority down here where it says, for each player may discard up to 2 cards. For each card less than 2 that the player discards, that player loses 4 authority. So that means if you discard 1 card, you lose 4 authority. But if you discard 2 cards, you don't lose 4 authority. Bombardment. That one's really good looking. there's the Comet. And that one's, like I said, you can really see where they put the foil in on these. It's really good. Galactic Summit. Each player gains 7 authority, which is pretty good if you're beating your opponent down and you can gain 7 authority. Even though they gain 7 authority, they may lose it the next turn. Quasar. Supernova. That's really cool looking. Yeah, they really got the foil on that one because they could get it all up in that blast up in here. Trade Mission. Foil. Like I said, these are all foily cards. And then Warp Jump. That is cool because it's like the card is coming out of a foily warp hole. It's really cool. There's Border Fort from the machine. And the Patrol Bot. The Cargo Launch. The Star Fortress. The Capital World, where you gain 6 authority and draw a card every turn. That's just nice. Customs Frigate. The Death World. The Spike Pod, these are the Blob. These are, I believe, character cards. So they have character cards and they have hero cards. So like this is a character card. This is High Priest Lyle. And he costs 2 to recruit up here. And when there's a machine card in play, it says you may scrap a card from your hand or discard pile. I guess he is a hero card. Okay. So these are hero cards. Here's the War Elder hero card. And there, you may scrap a card from your hand. Admiral Rasmussen. He's actually pretty cool looking. He's got a lot of stuff there. And it's interesting because I was actually just watching today something that's very, very similar to Star Realms. Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets. Very much like this. And then there's the Cunning Captain from the Star Empire there. Target player discards a card. That's always nice. There's a CEO Torres of the Trade Federation. She's kind of cool looking. And yeah, you gain 7 authority when she's in play. And then the Special Ops Director, gain 4 authority, which is always pretty nice. And the thing is, because those guys have that, I'm not sure if that's just on your turn or if that's every time one of those hits the table. I'll have to read the rules because I didn't really read all of the rules yet. Blob Overlord, he gained 4 combat. It's pretty nice. And then the Ram Pilot. Gain, looks like 2 combat with him. So, just have to decide how you're going to play him. And then these are Gambit cards, and these are all sorts of foily, shiny. It's really cool looking. That's the Bold Raid Gambit card. Here's the Energy Shield Gambit card. Frontier Fleet Gambit card. Each turn you gain 1 combat. Political Maneuver, you gain 2 trade. And then Rise to Power, gain 8 authority and draw a card. That's always nice. Alrighty. Looks like this is the other side of the decks and stuff. Ugh. Going as fast as I can, guys. Going as fast as I can. Ugh. Come here, you. Oh, yeah, these are sticky. But they've got that new foil smell. Kind of a metallic tang to it. If you've ever opened up a pack of, like, older Magic cards or, like, Young Jedi, where you get that foily metal tang to it. There's the Imperial Frigate foil. Recycling Station foil. They're absolutely gorgeous. The Royal Redoubt. This one's always fun. Target opponent discards a card. Whenever one hits the floor, it's like, har. The Space Station card. This one's always nice. The Survey Ship. The War World. This one's a nice card. You gain a lot of combat with that card for 5. And it's a 4 protection base, which means your opponent has to have 4 combat just to get through the base. There's the Barter World. This one's nice because you get 2 authority or 2 trade a turn, so you can kind of decide, do I need the authority or do I need the trade? There's the Central Office. You gain 2, and you may put the next ship you acquire this turn on top of your deck. Plus, it's a 6 power base, but on this card, this one means that your opponent can choose to attack it or not. It's not like the other ones that have the black shield on it. So if it's a silver shield, then that means that they can attack it if they want, but they don't have to. So it's not a protection thing. It's more of a regular one. And then there's the command ship card. This one's a beautiful foil. Yeah, for 430, 5 combat, draw 2 cards, and destroy target base. Yeah, for 8, that's definitely a go-to. If I can afford it. This one's always nice too, is the Cutter. Because this guy will give you 4 authority, 2 trade, and 4 combat if you have another, if you have like a Trade Federation base or another Trade Federation card in your hand. This is a nice card. There's the Defense Center, which gives you 3 authority or 2 combat, and then if you have another Trade Federation down here, it's 2 combat, an extra 2 combat, and then this is what I was talking about. So if it has this symbol on it, then they have to get through this before they can attack your own authority. If they don't have combat over 5, then they can't attack you. So you want these bases in your deck. They're worth buying. There's the Embassy Yacht. That one's always nice. 3 authority, 2 trade. Haven't been really maneuvering them around. Sorry about that. I'll try to do a little better. There's the Trade Federation shuttle. Yeah, those are nice. There's the flagship. But yeah, you can really see where the foils go on those. It's really nice. Yeah, they did a really good job with these foils. And then there's the freighter. Then there's the port of call. Gives you an even 3 trade a turn for 6, and it's a 6 power defensive base. And then if you decide what this symbol does is, this symbol's a discard symbol down here in this bottom left, or in this bottom right, I mean. And what it is if you discard it, then you can do what the text says, and the text says, draw a card, you may destroy target base. And that means that it's any base. You can just destroy it, which is really nice. Trade escort, 4 power, 4 authority, 4 combat power, and you draw a card if there's another trade escort, if there's another trade federation on there. And then the trading post. Yeah, these foils are gorgeous. And then here's the battle blob. This is part of the blob empire. The battle pod. This one's really nice because you may scrap a card in the trade row if you wish. Blob carrier. So scrapping a card in the trade row just means you take it out of the trade row, you throw it in the scrap pile, and then you throw another from the deck onto the trade row that you can buy. So there's the blob carrier, but yeah, you can see where the foils are on that. That is really beautiful. And then the blob destroyer. This one's really nice. And then the blob fighters. Those are not as much of a foily. You have to really look at it. The blob wheel. Sometimes pick this one up for the combat because it's pretty neat. And then there's the blob world card. And then the mothership, one of the best cards in the game, allows you to draw a card. You can draw 2 if you have another blob, and it gives you 6 combat for 7. So you get to draw up to 2 cards. That's really nice. And then the ram. Those are really cool. And then the hive. That one's a nice world for 5. And then the trade pod. And then the defense bot. And last. Well, this isn't the last, but it's second to last. Ooh-wee. Aha. This is the other side of the this has all of the Vipers and Scouts and everything in it. So this is the actual, this is what you're going to use when you deal out to all of your players whenever you play. This is what you're going to deal out. So this is all of the Scouts and Vipers and everything that's going to go to every single person. Okay. And so I'm going to put that up front. And then this one has some extra gambits and some tokens and some various things in it. So let's grow them into this one, and then we're done. And I'll kind of explain what's been going on in my channel, and I'll kind of talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing over the next few months. Because it's going to kind of be a little bit of a tough slog. I've got some things going on in my life that kind of suck. Okay? And so I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a channel update on the end of this, but we got to get through all these gambits and various things first. Some of these are probably the, actually I think these are mostly the promos and various other things like that. And there's some other things on the back of them. So, okay. So here's the Salvage Operations Gambit card. And you can see that the foil on these Gambit cards extends all the way to the edge, which is really nice, because they're just beautiful. And then there's the Smuggling Run card, so you can kind of see the foiling on that. Surprise Assault Gambit. Unlikely Alliance Gambit. And the Wild Gambit, which is, I think you can choose kind of how you're going to play it. And then here's the Merc Cruiser card. So this one's unaffiliated. Acceptable Losses Gambit. Let's grab 2 cards in your hand. Asteroid Mining Gambit. That's a really beautiful card. The artwork on this is amazing. There's a Black Market Gambit. Exploration Gambit. Little Rapid Deployment Gambit. Triumphant Return. Two-Pronged Attack. Veteran Pilots. Another Wild Gambit and a Hidden Base. It's beautiful. And then we have the Secret Outpost, which is, I think, one of the promos. Or it could be... Anyway, it's got a little C down over here, so I'm not sure which set that is. I don't know all the different sets, so, but yeah, there's a, and it's double-sided, so. And this one is Fortress Oblivion. That is beautiful. That's got a huge foil on it. And then the Ark Machine. Battle Barge. Yeah, these are just absolutely beautiful foils. Starbase Omega. These might be the promos, actually. I think these are the promos. And here's the Mega Hauler, which gives you an automatic 5 authority, and you can draw a card if you have another Trade Federation ship out there. And then the Security Craft. It's a nice card, nice looking card. And then the Star Market, which gives you trade or authority. And it says if you played a base this turn, including this one, you gain 5 authority or 3 trade. And then there's the Blob Battle Screecher. That's a cool looking card. That's beautiful. We'll need to get some sleeves for these. Mercenary Garrison. This is an unallied garrison, and it has, you can see down here that it has 4 different things. So if you play any one of these during your turn, you get to do all of that. So if you played, like, say, the Machine and the Blob, then you would be able to do those. If you played the Star Empire or the Trade Federation, you would be able to do those. That's amazing. That is a really good... For 4 trade, you get a 5 power base? No way, dude. No wonder this is a promo. Alright, and then there's the Rescue Run event. Yeah, you can really see the foil on that one. That's beautiful. And then the Recovery Mech. The Orbital Crane. These are just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The Embassy Transport. The Brooder. The Mutant Drone. And you have Warrior Drones. And then on the back of those, you have the pod tokens. So these are actual token cards that you can use. And then we have Worker Drones. And on the back of those are the pod tokens. So all in all, what are my first impressions opening this thing up? Whoo! These are nice. These are really nice. And like, oh man, these are really cool. I'm going to have to spend some time kind of... silica packets. I'm going to have to spend some time kind of, going through and putting these all together and stuff. But, like, yeah, like, this guy, like this one card is, like, it's a really thick cardstock, and it's glossy, so the photo stands out more. I love that. That is really nice. So I will have to get some foils, or maybe not foils, derp. I will have to get some sleeves for these before I actually play with them. So if you're watching this and you're one of my friends and you're like, hey, that looks really interesting, I need to get some sleeves first. So hold off. We're not going to play just yet. You can buy other sets of Star Realms and throw it in with this. They've made it to be expandable so that you can put it in your, in your thing. So, this is the Star Realms Deluxe Nova Collection. Okay? If you backed it and you're not in the US of A, it's coming. It will get there within the next month or two. Again, this is like late September. This is like mid to late September as I was filming this. And so... They've been wanting to get these things out, but they just didn't want to do it in such a way that it was going to trip out the other, other things. They don't want to put out an inferior product. They wanted people to have something that they could, latch on to and enjoy. So, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of an outro, and then and then I'll do a channel update. So, if you are a longtime follower of my channel, awesome. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, drop a comment below, let me know what you think of the Star Realms Deluxe Nova Collection. If this is your first time here, again, smash that like button, hit subscribe, drop a comment below, let me know what you thought of the video, what you thought of the foils that Wise Wizard Games put together. I mean, I'm blown away by the quality of these. I mean, they are so beautiful. Just to be able to pull them out and look at them, they are gorgeous. So, if you're really interested in Star Realms, you can actually go. I'll put a link to Wise Wizard Games in the description box below, and I will also put a link to Amazon where you can buy just like a regular star. This is just me, okay? This is not Wise Wizard saying, hey, we got you this whole thing, ha ha ha. This is me saying, I'm going to put this down there, so if you're interested in it, if you come here, you see this, and you're like, wow, that's really cool, I want to know how to play that, I will put a link to Amazon, and I will put a link to Wise Wizard Games. You can actually download the full rulebook off of Wise Wizard Games. I believe you can order off of Wise Wizard Games website, but I'm also going to put an Amazon link below. Again, it's not like a personal thing. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make a whole bunch of money on this. It's just me giving to you, the fans, giving to you people who maybe have never played this before. It's a fun deck builder, okay? You start out with a certain number of cards in your hand, and you play those cards, and then you buy things out of the trade row, and you build your deck, and as the game progresses, your deck gets bigger and bigger because you buy more things, and you can buy the explorers, you can buy things off of the thing, and every time you buy something, you grab something out of the off of the trade deck, and you put it in the trade row in that spot where you bought things. Okay, so it's always sucks because it's like you're looking for one card, and it's like that card comes up, and then it's like the second player just like plays their cards and then like snatches that up, and you're like, no, that was mine. Yeah, that's the fun of a deck builder. So and in a way, that's what I love about Dice Masters. I'll do a review, do a little thing on that eventually. But yeah, so if you're new to the channel, you don't really know what's going on, then you're free to click off now. If you're a long-time viewer of the channel, you might want to stick around just to kind of hear a little bit about what's going on. So I've been doing some painting. I actually painted up one of the serpents from the Ancient Chronicles, Sword and Sorcery Ancient Chronicles. That was going to be part of our, it's going to be part of the next adventure. So I need to get that one spray painted. I bought some new paints recently, and I'm in the process of doing the Final Fantasy III LP. I'm still trying to get a working frickin' PlayStation emulator. I still haven't gotten one. It kind of pisses me off. And I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff together. So for right now, I have to go back and I have to do an episode because I lost some footage in between a couple of episodes. And normally it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but this is like one of the main events in the game. So I have to go back and I have to redo that episode. So eventually, after I get done with this, I'm going to go back and I'm going to play through that, and I'm going to do that because I've just been kind of bleh. And, so. But keep it locked here at Russ Plays Games and Russ's Movie Corner. I'm actually going to do a Spider-Man retrospective because I saw Spider-Man No Way Home, and my God, is this movie fucking great! Oh my God, is this movie awesome! If you have not seen this, you need to watch this film. Okay, and I will do a Spider-Man retrospective. I'm gonna go through the the first trilogy. Okay, so you can see that right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the first trilogy here. I'm gonna go through the duology, and then I'm gonna go through the MCU trilogy. I'm also gonna hit the other two movies that Spider-Man has been a part of, but not the main character of, like Captain America: Civil War, and then Infinity War and Endgame. And so if you haven't seen those before that happens, okay, go watch these. There's Homecoming. There's if you want to watch No Way Home and you want to understand a lot of the jokes, a lot of the ways that people talk in this, and a lot of the things that are going on, if you want to know, you need to watch these 5 movies right here. Then you need to watch Captain America: Civil War, then Spider-Man: Homecoming, Infinity War and Endgame, then Far From Home and No Way Home. Okay? I'm going to do a retrospective of all of those. Okay? So these 5 movies right here, okay, Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War and Endgame, specifically talking about Tom Holland, okay, and then Far From Home and No Way Home, because they're all connected, okay? And they're even connected to these. I won't tell you how until we get to that point. So keep it locked here at Russ's Movie Corner and Russ Plays Games for all of your entertainment needs. And thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.